Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? So yes, today I'll be discussing about Python Software Foundation, PSF, Python Software Foundation, right? Yes. Python Software Foundation, right? It is a non-profit organization, right? A non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. One second. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It was launched in the year. It was launched in the year 2000. It launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this, the main objective is to foster the development of Python. To foster the development of Python. Foster the development of Python version to version, right? In the year 2005, PSF received Computer World Horizon Award. The president for this, Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum, the same personality who introduced Python. Guido van Rossum is the same personality, right? Guido van Rossum who introduced Python. Headquarters. At Delaware, US. Official website. Official website. Python.org. Official website python.org, right? Was launched in the year 2001. Objective to foster the development of Python. In the year 2005, PSF received Computer World Horizon Award. President Guido van Rossum, headquarters Delaware. Official website python.org. Before I go with the installation of Python, the Python versions. Python 1.x version released in the year 1989. Python 2.x released in the year 2000. The version what we are using currently, three version, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.x means 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, right? The first three version was released in the year 2008. Latest version of Python, 3.12. Stable version of Python. Stable version of Python. Python 3.11. Stable version is nothing but mostly used version. Latest version of Python 3.12. Stable version of Python 3.11. Next is Python installation. Python installation, right? Yes. So before I install Python, right? Just I'll show you from the scratch ground level. So first I'll uninstall from my system, right? Apps and features. Python 3.12. I'm uninstalling it. Yeah, just 2 seconds. Python is going to provide different softwares for different environments. Okay, and installation was successful. Right, close this. It is providing different softwares for different environments. For Windows, for Linux, and for Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any installation. By default, Python comes as inbuilt within this Linux OS. But for Windows and for Mac OS, we are supposed to download and install. For Windows, Python is providing two softwares. So how, if you want to check for 32-bit and for 64-bit. If your Windows is a 32-bit, then 32-bit Python software you need to download. If your Windows is a 64-bit, then 64-bit Python software you need to install. How will you check whether your Windows is a 32-bit or 64-bit? Right click on this File Explorer. Right click on this PC. Right click on this PC, Properties. Right click on this PC and Properties, right? Yes. Can you see 64-bit system type, 64-bit operating system. Okay, 64-bit operating system. If it is 64-bit, if it is showing 32-bit operating system, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. If it is 64-bit operating system, you are supposed to download 64-bit Python software. Now, Python installation. How to download Python and installing Python, right? The official website. Observe this official website for Python. www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from where you can download Python, from where we can install Python. So this is the documentation. This is the documentation, right? If you want to check the documentation for each and every Python release. And here downloads is there. Downloads, go to all releases. Downloads, all releases you can. Downloads, all releases. And just scroll down. It will say active Python releases. Don't go for it. Looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release. Python 3.12.5. Python 3.12, right? So just on August 6th, 2024, when it was released, 8 days ago it was released, right? So just select this Python 3.12.5, right? 3.12.5. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here you can see Windows installer 32-bit, Windows installer 64-bit. If your Windows is 64-bit, then just click this 64-bit. Your download started. Your download started. That is 25.3 MB of size. 25.3 MB of size. Just click that exe file or go to the downloads and click this exe file. You will get a window in this way. You are going to get a window in this way, right? Yes. Just add Python to path. Add Python to path. Customize installation. Go for customize installation, right? Click this customize installation. Go for customize installation. Our optional features. See documentation, if all these are everything are selected. Everything are selected. No need to select anything here. Just say next. Here also everything is selected. Nothing to select here, right? Installation location. Installation location. Where it is getting installed by default. In C, in users, in Dell, in app data, in local programs, Python 3.12. It is getting installed somewhere in the subdirectories, right? Yes. So remove all this, right? Remove all this. C/Python 3.12. Python 3.12, say install. Say install, right? Yes. So it hardly takes 30 seconds to install Python, right? So in the Python 3.12, a folder will be created automatically in the C drive. Within that, Python is going to get installed. Once it is installed, let us check whether it is properly installed or not, right? Setup was successful. Just close this. At the bottom search panel, type CMD and say enter. This going to the command prompt. Going to the command prompt, right? Now, just type Python, Python, say enter. The Python version what we have installed, it will display here. And this 3 arrow symbol, can you see? This is the Python interpreter where you can type any valid Python statements. Check with any statements. 3 plus 5. X as 10, Y as 4. What is X? What is Y? X plus Y. X minus Y. X into Y. X by Y, right? X into 2. X to the power of 2, right? X into 3, hello into 3, X into 5, hello for 5 times. Beta will come out of this. Right. Now, Python installation, right? So, if anyone working on the Linux environment, if you by default Python comes as inbuilt, but still if you want the latest version of Python to be installed, just use this command sudo apt-get install Python 3.12, right? Anyone working in the Linux environment, if you want the latest version of Python to be installed, this is the command. Python execution modes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Two modes of execution. What? Two modes of execution. Interactive mode. Second is batch mode. Interactive mode and second is batch mode. Interactive mode, just now I discussed right here. Statement by statement, we are going to interact like this. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact. Statement by statement. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Easily interact with Python statement by statement. The advantage of this interactive mode, right? If to test the functionalities of Python, if it doesn't know about a particular functionality, you can type and check what output it is going to provide. Based on that, you can analyze, right? To test the functionalities. To test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. To test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. Batch mode here, but to develop applications in Python, this interactive mode won't work. we need to go for batch mode. Here we write a set of statements. We write a set of statements within the editors or IDEs. We write set of statements within the editors or IDEs. Then save it. We write set of statements within the editors or IDEs and save it by using .py extension and later submit it to Python. We write set of statements within the editors or IDEs, save it by using .py extension, later submitting to Python. What are the various editors where we can write the Python code? Various editors where we can write the Python code, right? Like Notepad. Within the Notepad, you can write create a .py file within the edit plus. And in Linux, we go for VI and Nano. VI and Nano editors, right? Yes. And what are the various IDs? In real time, we use these IDs, right? Integrated development environments, right? ID, integrated development environments. Python supports different IDs like PyCharm. We have got various IDs: PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans. PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, Jupyter Notebook. VS Code. PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook, and VS Code. Why this many IDs for Python? Because Python, right, is used for different environments. Different environments uses different IDs. Different environments, they will be using different IDs. For example, data science uses Jupyter Notebook. Means within the data science Python, everything goes within the Python, right? Everything implementation goes in Python. We use Jupyter Notebook. Spider is mostly preferred. Even for big data environment, right? Spider and Jupyter is mostly preferred. For typical web applications, PyCharm is the mostly preferred. VS Code is preferred. In this way, different IDs, they are different environments using different IDs. PyCharm is the mostly used IDE. PyCharm is the mostly used IDE, right? Among all this. PyCharm is the mostly used IDE among all this, right? Yes. No, developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application within an editor, right? Yes. Open Notepad and type the following Python statements. As of now, we didn't discuss anything about Python. I'll take two values. And I perform arithmetic operations. X plus y, x minus y, x into y, and x by y. X value is 10, y is 20, x plus y, x minus y, x into y, and x by y. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? I'll just copy this. To a separate notepad file, right? I created a separate folder for this batch, Python 7 a.m., right? Saving it as sample1.py extension. So just I'm writing here, save as sample1.py, save as. And now submitting this file. Python as. Save as sample1.py. Now submitting this file to Python as. Submitting this file to Python, right? Submitting this file to Python as, right? Now just to go to the command prompt, cmd, right? Just to give the path where your file is available. So just type Python here, Python, and specify the path in the C drive, Python 7 a.m. batch. Within this Python 7 a.m. batch, sample1.py. Say enter. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20, right? Yes. So that's it. So to the Python, give the path, the drive name, in which folder, and the file. This path. But here we are writing the code at one place. Means within the notepad you are writing and executing at the other place. So we are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place. Executing at the other place means within the notepad. Sorry, within the command prompt. Right? But to write and execute at the same place. We have IDLE, which comes along with Python installation. Using which using which we can write and execute at the same place. So which comes along with Python installation, using which we can write and execute at the same place. We are writing the code at one place and executing in the third place. But to write and execute at the same place, we have IDLE, which comes along with Python installation. So just how to open this IDLE, right? Yes. Here. Just type IDLE and say enter. That's it. Python shell gets opened in this way. Python 3.1. Here, if you want to work with interactive mode, otherwise batch mode, file, new file. Write your code here and run your code here. Run is there. X is 10, Y is 5. Print X plus Y. X plus Y, X minus Y. X into Y. X by Y. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? Yes. Save it. Sample2.py. Run module. 10 plus 5, 10 minus 5, 10 into 5, 10 by 5. So just writing the code here itself and executing the here itself. No need to use the path. So writing the code here itself and run module, run the code here itself. Okay, fine. So this is what ideally. So we have discussed about Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installation, Python execution modes, different editors, different IDEs, developing the first Python application within editor like Notepad, right? And also with IDLE, right? Check with this course content, right? In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about this Python basics, history of Python, applications, features, advantages, versions, flavors, Python operations, modes of execution, interactive mode, batch mode, constants, variables, operators in Python, different IDs, Python IDs, right? Flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, Python lists, Python tuples, Python sets, dictionaries in Python, functions in Python, right? Modules in Python, packages in Python, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database access, Python date and time, OS module, advanced concepts, GUI programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python, Pandas module in brief, NumPy module in brief, and Matplotlib module in brief, right? Apart from that, Django framework, Django installation, Django architecture, applications, creations, Django views, templates, admins, models, advanced concepts, and UI technologies also like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So from tomorrow, right, the link is going to change. So everyone, you are supposed to get enrolled to get the link to your mail IDs. From tomorrow, like you will be getting the videos daily to your Google Drives. You'll be getting notes to your mail IDs. And a WhatsApp group will be created tomorrow and you will be added to the WhatsApp group, everyone, right? Yes. Once again, I'll say the timings of this batch. So for the initial 1 week, 10 days, it will be at 7 o'clock. Later, it will start at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? can see in the, if can see in the chart, right? Yes. The payment details and the process and the contact details of the online team, the demo link, the course content. And if anybody missing that that previous session, yesterday video, yesterday session, if you have missed or any other session, right? You can see the demo video link is provided, demo videos link. Yes. For only Python, right? The duration is 70 hours, 2 months, around 2 months it takes. 6,000 is the course fee for entire full stack, right? 12,000 is the fee structure where you will learn Python core, Python advanced, UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and this Django framework, Flask framework, REST API, MySQL database, and a project. And any other queries, right? Anyone? Fine. So we'll be starting with the technical things from the tomorrow, right? So tomorrow the link will be changing, as I said, right? Fine. So I'm done with your queries. If there are no other queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. Fine. Same time. But check it. The link will be changing, right?